so I had to get something to hold the paper with. So now you can start to see the image of the house here. Now, if you look out that hole, if I go out the hole, then that's the corner of my house, and now this image is upside down. And so essentially what it is I get closer and I bring it into the focal length, then I start to see my image just like you would expect to see in the camera obscura. So that's the edge of my house, the slats on the side of my house, the trees out in the woods. I can see the blue sky now, and all that's upside down. So here's something that's also kind of cool. And the smaller you make the hole, the more sharp the image becomes, but it's the distance of the paper from the hole that'll give it focus. I was not able to get it to focus on the wall, say on the other side of the room. The other thing I did was I've got a magnifying glass, and when I held up this magnifying glass, then it really brought my image into focus. And you see there's the corner of my house and the gutter, the roof line, the trees now, and you can see the yard and all that's upside down. So it is working, and it's kind of cool. Now I can see if I move the magnifying glass a little bit, I'm using that as my lens. And you might have a magnifying glass in your house somewhere. And see, I can move it around, and that's focusing my image, which is what's happening inside of a normal camera, right? You're using the image or the magnifying glass, the lens in your camera to focus the image on the back, whatever's picking up those light rays. So I did get it to work. It's pretty cool. Like, my wife came in and looked at it. She's like, wow, that's pretty cool. I don't know how that works. And so she said, I'm sure you do. But again, we'll talk more about how that works. But, there it is. And so you can play with yours too, right? Cover up your window, maybe find a magnifying glass, get you maybe a sheet of paper or the back of an old poster, and then you can sort of move that around and change the distance of the light from the hole to the poster, and then that will focus it. If you notice too, I don't know if you see this, James, if I hold my paper up and the paper's kind of thin enough, and this is what we're actually going to do with our cameras, is now I can see the image kind of shining through my paper. And so there it is again. If I held my magnifying glass on the other side, then again, I could focus that image, make it a little bit sharper. So there it is. That's how it works.